Hi, Lise.
Hi, Liz.
Welcome
Thank you.
to the very first Half Mermaid podcast.
I'm honoured.
I am super excited to have you as my first guest.
Thank you.
We are lucky to be sitting here on a very mild winter day here in Melbourne. But what's this?
This is Lady Caroline. She is our shitbox. She will be taking us from Melbourne to Alice Springs next week, raising money for the Cancer Council. She's a gem.
She's fabulous. I love her.
She's still got a bit of sprucing to do, but yes.
What else has she got to go on?
What do you mean?
More embellishments.
Oh, sorry, putty. She's going to have some roof racks and then a basket. And then on that basket will be glitter veils as my friend Yvette and I, we fly through the desert, Priscilla style.
So Melbourne to
Alice Springs.
Alice Springs.
Yeah.
Why?
Raise money for the Cancer Council. Vetti's done a few of them, and we're both paramedics, so we've seen all sides of it. So everyone has been touched by cancer, unfortunately. And what this does is 100% of the money raised goes towards cancer research and helping families go through treatments and allowing access to treatments and, prevention as well.
So wonderful,
Yeah,
wonderful
yeah.
endeavour. What has it taken to get her to this point?
Oh,
We should say it's Lady Caroline.
Lady Caroline.
Yes.
Yes, a week ago, Lady Caroline had some grey roots. We have sprayed her pink.
Great.
Yeah.
Can you do mine?
She had
too,
some
please?
natural highlights. So, yes, she was a blank canvas and we have dolled her up and stuck some stickers on. There's still some more stickers and things to go on. And,
She's almost ready to go.
she's ready to go flying through the desert.
And when's the start of the race?
Saturday morning. So we'll head off to the city on Friday afternoon, and then Saturday morning we'll all be at the start line, about 250 cars on the rally.
Okay. So
Yeah.
people could actually come and watch you set off?
I believe so, yes. This is my first time.
Okay.
So I haven't done it, but
Okay.
yes, I believe so. I
Okay.
believe it might be heading off from around Altona.
Okay.
I can get back to you on those details.
Yeah, and it will add more details for everyone if they're interested to both contribute, but also maybe have a look at the fun and join the fun.
Oh, it'll be so much fun. I've seen footage of these cars. It's like the old variety bash, these cars just going in a convoy just through, and some of them are wild. I've seen some of the cars for this rally already and they look amazing.
Yep.
Some of them have got lights down the side and
It's fascinating that so many people too have. 250 cars. That is that's a large number of people undertaking what isn't. It's not a small feat. It's a week of driving a shitbox
Yes, I
to
think
the
it's
middle of Australia.
3,500 Ks.
Yeah.
So
With
it's a bit mind-blowing.
I am not actually undertaking it. I'm just thinking about it, and it'd be
exciting.
a huge thing to do. I assume there's overnight stops.
Yes,
And,
so we will stay in the city in a motel, and then in a motel when we hit Alice. But in the meantime, we will be sleeping in swags next to our car.
Swagging it out.
Swagging it under the stars.
Okay, not 4 or 5 star.
No glamping.
No glamping.
No. And they've got to be little swags because they've got to fit in our little Lady Caroline.
So you're taking supplies too?
Yes, we've been lucky enough by one of our Seaford swimmers, Anthony at Remedy Drinks. He's going to be giving us some drinks and snacks through Charlie's Bakery and Health Lab.
Yeah.
And we're blown away by how generous people are. Like,
fantastic.
Yeah, I put it out there and it's amazing how many people want to jump on board and help us out. So
it's fantastic to see.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's wonderful. And I'm looking forward to catching up with you after.
Yeah.
To see how that week went.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Oh, I'll be documenting all my silly antics.
Yes, we want to see live what's happening through your Insta, I imagine.
Yes.
How you guys are going.
Yeah, so that'll be good.
Wonderful. But we're also here because you and I met in the water in Seaford.
Yes.
Wow. beautiful and hopefully very secret, not
Yeah,
spot.
secret state, yes. But come, but don't come.
Yeah. And like many of people that have found the water, there are paths in life that led you there too. Before we get to the water, walk me back. Tell me more about you
Yeah.
and the paths that brought you to the water.
Yes, so I work as a paramedic, and especially through lockdown, it was, and COVID, it was hard on everyone. And I had a good friend, Barney, at Breathe Into Life. He said, come with me for a cold swim. 2021,
Right.
I went in the water with Barney. We weren't allowed to talk. We had to be in dead silence and look at the horizon and then just focus on your breathing. And then, we could have a chat once we got out there. So it was a really beautiful meditative experience.
Yeah, take me back to that first dip with Barney that you did, where you weren't allowed to talk. Tell me a bit more about it. How?
Yeah, so just initially he coached me before we went in the water. He warned me it will take my breath away. I'm a Queenslander. I don't go swimming in the bay in winter. That's crazy talk.
stuff.
Yeah. So he said it will take your breath away. I just need you to focus, breathe through your nose, out through your mouth slowly, and just focus on the horizon, and then get up to neck level. And yeah, it was life-changing. It was amazing.
Yeah, you were hooked after the first time.
Yeah, those endorphins afterwards, I was like, wow, you can't recreate this with anything. And then lockdown got hard and it wasn't a regular thing. I really wish I did, but it has its path.
Yeah.
So I did a few more winters and swims with Barney, and then I moved to Frankston, and I'd been going through a bit of stress with my work, and I was diagnosed with PTSD, and I was looking for outlets. So I was looking at photos of waves, and I came across Fiona's beautiful book, Immerse.
Yes, stunning.
Yeah,
creation.
and so I bought that, and then I went, these guys are only down the road. I should just join them. And I last November I joined them thanks to Fee's beautiful book, and that immediate, I've found my tribe. Yeah, they were also welcoming and hilarious and warm and
despite how cold it is.
Yeah.
That's what we say. It's cold in the water, but everything else
warm
is
hearts.
heartwarming.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I was hooked.
Okay, so you've been swimming regularly since November.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I'm not a good swimmer.
That's okay. People don't.
Yeah.
You don't have to be. You just have to love the water and being in it.
So I'd planned on getting better at the swims. I haven't made it to bob yet, which is the pinnacle, isn't it?
It is.
So.
It seems to be the poles first.
Yes.
Whether you do 4 poles, I think.
Yes.
It's stage 1, and once you get to bob, actually getting to the first pole, I reckon is the first medal. Doing the 4 poles is the second, and I reckon getting to bob is the ultimate Seaford.
I've done in one way. So we did the pier to pub.
That's right. Yes.
So
the first Seaford.
So I have touched bob, but I haven't gone back. Yeah. So I kept going to the pub. Yeah.
So as your this is your first regular water practice. What keeps you coming back? So your previous ones, whether it was life or it wasn't something that you did regularly, but this is the first time you have undertaken it as a practice. What keeps you going back?
The therapy. So when I was diagnosed with PTSD last year, I was lucky enough to be part of Operation Soul Surf, which was life-changing, saved my life. And I don't say that lightly, it was life-changing. Baz, the guy that runs Soul Surf, handed me the book of Blue Mind, and I read that and about the Blue Mind therapy, and I needed to make that a part of my everyday life. And while it's hard to get to the surf every day, I can at least get down to the bay, being so close.
What was it like catching that first wave with Operation Soul Surf?
Oh my God, feeling that power under the board, It was magic. And he even said, oh, there's smiles for miles, you know, like
Yes. Yeah.
he said, look at you, you're hooked. And I went, I am, I can't stand up, but just feeling that wave was incredible.
Yeah, it is the power.
And pure joy and happiness, which I couldn't remember back to the time I'd ever felt that. And I just went, oh my God, this is it. This is an outlet now. Yeah.
Isn't it funny, not funny, but such a truth. Doesn't matter whether you're surfing, you're just in the water for 10 minutes. I see it in the faces of people coming out of the water in Seaford, the smiles and beaming.
Yeah, there's never anyone with a bad mood coming out of the water. Yeah.
Yeah, I've often walked in with a bad mood or an ambiguous mood, or like, oh, I don't really want to do this today. But never regretted when I've come out.
Yeah. Yeah, it's magic. Yeah. And it keeps me smiling all day.
Yeah.
And the times that I don't go, I feel it. So the times that I can't make it, I will look at pictures of waves or listen to waves. So the Blue Mind Challenge has just started.
Yes.
So that's 100 days of Blue Mind.
And how are you participating in that?
Yes.
Wonderful.
But I'm going to be in the desert for...
So how are you going to transit whilst you're in the desert? What do you think you're...
I think we're going to listen to the ocean on AirPods.
Yep.
I'll try the cold showers, but then it's just so easy to put hot water in, isn't it?
Yes,
I'll try.
It is. We have spoken about this, and as I'll say what I said to you earlier, I do think cold showers are so much harder than getting in the cold bay. I don't know what it is, the bay, because I think it's such an open space, and you're with people, and there's, I guess, some movement around you that it doesn't make it as awful as cold showers are.
And then we can dive into the bay. I've got no dramas diving my head under in the freezing cold water, but 2 minutes of a cold shower.
And you're done. Yeah, you're done. I think it's also that you're sitting there stationary with not the views, I guess, the bay offers or any other surf beach offers.
Yeah.
So what does, and I jinxed the weather, I think.
That's all right. It's all part of it.
We're used to just being wet and cold, right?
Yeah.
Tell me more about what being in the water does for your, I guess, physically, what differences you experience, but also what it does for your mind.
Yeah, it's more mind for me. Physical, of course, you just feel good. You just feel free, weightless, amazing. But my mind, especially with the PTSD, I've got a lot of anxiety, hypervigilance. I walk around in fear, you know, and that's just from being attacked in the job. That's my reason for PTSD. So I walk around feeling like I'm going to get attacked. So once I'm in the water, it's just someone's turned the volume down. It's just peace and silence. And it puts me into that present moment. I'm not worried about 10 minutes ago. I'm not worried about 10 minutes ahead. I'm just focusing on, look at the colours, look at the feel, listen to the sounds. Like it's really using all your senses. Yeah.
It does almost intensify, amplify your senses right now.
That present moment. Yeah.
Gives you no space to think about yesterday or 10 minutes ago or tomorrow or...
But then also gives me resilience because I go, I can do this. So then I can go to the supermarket, whereas I used to be scared to go to the supermarket, you know. I can do this. If I can get into the bay, I can do anything.
There is something to be said about doing something hard. And the evidence it does give you as a human to say, right, I can, as you said, if I can do this, there is not much else that I think that I can't.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
Yeah, it's amazing. It feels so good. I want everyone to come with me. Come do this and then you'll be able to do anything.
Yeah, and this is, I guess, part of, you've just touched on the reason for these interviews, which is to share, I guess, the love, but also the change and the impact being in the water can have for people. The ability to slow down, switch off, exit the rat race, literally step into the water, like the minute your toes dip, it's like you've entered a world that is your own.
Yeah.
You're with people, but it is your own.
Yes. And it's only 20 minutes, especially in the mornings now. It's only 20 minutes.
We can't.
So
can't bear much more than that.
I'm out of bed and home within an hour.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
it beats. The gyms are great.
Yeah.
They have their place, but nothing beats that fresh start. So do you see yourself? Where do you see yourself with your water practice?
I'd like to keep going. I'd like to continue with my fitness with it, because at the moment I'm just dipping, and as soon as I put my face in, I'm getting the ice cream headache. So I'm still getting used to swimming. I'm not like yourself and Margarita. You guys are crazy, and I love it.
Well, yes, crazy.
Pocket rockets just going around so fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're managing about 30 minutes at the moment, but I think a couple of more drops and we'll have to confine that to swim faster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Petty jokes about having a hip flask of mulled wine
That's a great
in
idea.
her togs.
That's a great idea. I carry a big camera with me. Surely I can carry one of them. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
A bit dangerous too.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
But yes, continue with that. I'd like to go exploring and meet some more swimming groups around the world, and learn their stories.
That's wonderful.
I'd like to inspire other first responders to come do it. It's so good as an outlet. You might go to a shit job or have a job hanging over your head, and to get in the water, you will not be thinking about it. Yeah, it's pure peace and freedom.
Yeah, we were saying earlier too, the water's always been there. It's been there, I guess, for us since before we were born.
Yeah.
And it's not until you're ready, it's not until you need it, which is for you, I guess your path led you there, you needed it. And it gave you so much.
It gave me peace.
Yeah.
Yeah. And community and family.
Yes.
Like I've met so many amazing people like yourself and the Seaford swimmers and their family. Yeah.
Yeah, it's.
They don't know it, but
I test the.
They're mine now for life.
Yeah. Well, they know now.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely wonderful people of different, and it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, we were saying this earlier too. It doesn't matter where you come from, where you've been, what you believe. The minute you're in the water, none of it matters.
No.
Yeah, which is what connects us and what makes us, I think, such a great group.
I just love how we all look out for each other too.
well.
You know, there's someone that might say, "Oh, I'd like to swim to Hobart today," and someone will be like, "All right, I'll swim with you."
Yep.
You know.
Yep.
And it's constant. I've actually had to put the thread on silent because it's constant.
Yes.
Who's swimming? Who's coming with me? You know.
And because at least for me, I can't. I'm like, no, I can't join. Yeah. But you touched on communities around Melbourne too. I mean, it's been my third year of seasonal swimming, and the more time passes, the more I realise so many groups around just Victoria. I mean, there are heaps in New South Wales, of course. Them being fortunate enough with their ocean pools, there's heaps in New South Wales, but they're dotted all over Victoria. And there's some large groups and small groups, but it's wonderful to see.
But the love is universal, isn't it? So, yeah, I'm only just starting to follow some others. You know, there's a girl called Kat down at Phillip Island.
Kat, yes.
Her photos are sensational, and she's got the most beautiful personality.
Yes.
And then there's the Dawn Stalkers over in the UK.
Yep.
There's a group in Halifax in Canada that I follow, and and just all over that I just go, you guys are amazing.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter where you are in the world, it's just pure love, isn't it?
It is. It's
and the love back as well.
So if
everyone's excited.
Yeah, even physically, when you think about it, it's the same waters that connect us all.
Yeah.
When we dip, doesn't matter what part of the planet we're in. Which is crazy to me to think. From my perspective, I spent 20 years shut in offices with fluoro lights and high heels, climbing the corporate ladder, and did not know this world existed. It's a revelation. That's therapy. And touching back to what you said, be wonderful for you to be able to to share that with people of your background,
Yeah.
of the first responders that carry so much stress and worry and yeah, it would be wonderful to see you do that.
Thank you. I don't know how yet. It's still a work in progress, but
everything evolves in its own
yeah,
time.
just spreading the word at the moment. Yeah.
Wonderful. Some quick fire questions.
Yep.
Swim or dip? I think you answered that, but
Both.
both.
Yeah. So especially in winter at the moment, I'm dipping.
Yep.
But then as soon as the water's warm enough, I could just swim for hours out there.
Yeah.
I often feel like a 6-year-old going, I don't want to get out yet.
Yes.
I don't want to get out.
Yet,
but I have
Mum.
coffee waiting. Yeah.
Favorite body of water?
It's a hard one.
Yeah.
With a vet that I'm doing the Shitbox rally with, we went to the Maldives last year and that was a game changer. So I'd been freshly diagnosed and my therapy was to go have fun with beautiful people.
Yeah.
So we were in the Maldives and I swam with sharks, and turtles and
wow.
my God, it was amazing. We had 20 sharks just swimming around us all and
Do you know what kind of sharks
they were grey nurse
Grey nurse
sharks. Yeah,
Wow.
which I believe are just like gummies, but
Yeah.
they're still big.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a place in Yamba that we used to go to as kids at Angowrie, just outside of Yamba, where
Right.
it was an old quarry that's filled up. They've hit a spring and it's filled up, so
Yeah.
you can run off the cliffs and into the springs, but the ocean is crashing over next to you. It's in a national park
Wow. Where did you say this was?
in Angowrie, New South Wales.
New South Wales.
Yep,
Okay.
near Yamba.
Right. That sounds amazing.
Yes. But even Seaford, we're so
yes.
lucky.
Yeah.
It can rain and the rest has got a no swim zone, but then Seaford's clear.
Clear. It's surprising that spot.
But stay
clears
away.
Very. Yeah.
It's our secret.
All right. Thank you for sharing that. I hope it's heard and inspires people, women,
Yeah,
to
women.
jump in the water.
Yes.
Even if it's just a toe at first, even if it's...
Yep. Or even just listen to it. Listen to the water on your headphones to start, if that's it.
Yeah, bit by bit.
Yeah.
But what's next? What's next for you? Be it next week?
Yes. Yeah. So yes, at the moment it's one step at a time.
Yeah.
So I'm currently still off road healing, but next week we're going on the Shitbox, driving from Melbourne to Alice Springs, raising money for the Cancer Council.
Saturday?
Yes.
Vroom, vroom.
Yes.
Did you say 9 a.m. or 9? What time? Do you have a start date for the race? Start time, sorry, for the race?
I don't believe we've got a start time just yet. I think we'll find that out
We will
shortly.
Share that.
Yeah.
We'll share that.
Yeah.
And how are your fundraising going?
Good so far. So everyone has to raise 5,000 to even get into the race.
Right.
We're aiming for 10,000 and we're sitting at about just over 7,500. So one more week.
3
Yeah.
quarters. But people can donate during the race.
During the race, and I believe it's open for a few weeks after.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So we will share also the link to the donation.
Yes.
Box,
Yes. Thank you.
and
Yes.
Hopefully encourage people to join.
Yes. Yes. Because they're aiming for 2 million, and all that money goes to the Cancer Council, and hopefully we can eradicate this disease.
Yeah. More research is definitely needed. Is there anything else you need that you and Yvette need?
No, I don't. I think we're good. I mean,
Okay.
God, if anyone wants to donate for petrol money and things like that, that'd be
Okay,
great, because
okay.
those little things
Things
are.
add up.
Yes.
Okay.
Um,
And people can do that with direct donations or vouchers or...
maybe we've got a little bank account that we're putting that in, and then that's going to.
All right.
Yes.
We'll share that
Yes,
information in
thank
the
you.
notes as well.
Yes.
But you're good for kombucha, I hear.
Yes. Yes.
You were saying.
Yeah.
Which is
For
great.
when we're going to be parched. So, yeah.
Okay.
So we're going to split that up. There's going to be 6 paramedics doing it. So we're going to. Yeah, thankfully we're getting a few donations, and we're going to split that up, and we'll be drinking and snacking, all that good stuff on the way. Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. Excellent. We'll share all that, as I said, and hopefully get a lot more people cheering and donating. which
Hopefully
would
we can get to 10,000. That'd be amazing.
Will be awesome to hit your mark, and maybe over.
Yeah.
I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
I'll be watching how you guys go.
Yeah, I told Yvette to wear a good bra because it's been a long time since I've I've driven a manual, so there might be a bit of bopping. Wear a sports bra.
It's a good idea.
Yeah.
Hope you heard that, Yvette.
Yeah.
That's a great idea. We will be watching.
Thank you.
I think lots of people will be watching
Yeah.
and cheering you on. I can't wait to catch up with you when you come back.
Yes, yes.
And I can't wait to see you again in the water.
Yes, thank you. Yes.
Which would be wonderful.
Yeah.
As one half mermaid to another. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Liz. Thank you for what you're doing. I think it's priceless.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's amazing and
you.
life-changing for so many. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I think it's a nice place to leave it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Thank you. Cheers.
Cheers.